Alright, so this is Miss Turner, and in this video I'm going to quickly go over some problems from last Thursday and Friday, as well as the weekly wrap-up exit ticket. So let's look at the Thursday Google Slides activity. This first question, what they wanted you to do was graph the values in each table on the number line. So this number line or this table is talking about change in stock prices. So this is talking about finance. Negative numbers means you're losing money, and positive money means you're gaining money. So my first one is a -5. This is a negative number, so it's going to go left of 0 on my number line. This is a +4, so it's going to go right from 0. This is 0, so it's going to go in the middle. -3 is to the left. -6 is also to the left. And then +2 is to the right. Okay, then what I wanted you to do was order these numbers from greatest to least. Oopsies. So I'm going to order these from greatest to least. My greatest number, or my largest number, was 4, because that's the most amount of money that was gained in these stock prices. Then it's 2, then 0, then it's going to be -3, -5, and -6. Although you would think that the negative numbers would be greater value, think of it as you're owing more and more money. So would you rather owe $3 or would you rather owe $6? Okay? The second one wants you to, this one's talking about elevation. So either you're going higher or you're going lower. So again, you're just going to plot the points on the number line. Positive numbers to the right. Negative numbers to the left. So 5 means I'm going up 5 meters. And this 8 represents I'm going up 8 meters. The -10 represents I'm going down 10 meters. So for this one, I wanted you to order them from least to greatest. So from here, whenever I have my number line set up, my number line tells me exactly the order from least to greatest. So I just have to follow my number line. -10, -6, -1, 0, 2, 5, 8, and 9. That is the order of my elevation from least to greatest. I wanted to talk about comparing using the greater than and less than symbols. Use a number line to help you better understand the comparisons. So my first one says -10 and -2. -2 is less than, or I'm sorry, -10 is less than -2 because if I look at my number line, -10 is all the way to the left, all the way over here on the number line, while 2 is just right here. So 2 is closer to 0 than -10. For example, would you rather owe $2 to your bank, or would you rather owe $10 to your bank? Okay? Which value is less? Which value is going to get you, which value makes you have more money that you owe someone? 10, -10. A lot of people were then, for this one, we're putting -6 is equal to $6. No, these numbers are not equal. These numbers are opposites. -6 is less than $6. Okay, and then -7 and -8. -7 is greater than -8. Again, you can use the number line to compare these facts. -7 is here on the number line, and -8 is here on the number line. So which one's closer to 0? -7. You could do the same thing with this one. Well, actually you can't, because they're the same distance from 0. They have the same absolute value, but again, think of money. If you owe someone, would you rather owe someone $6 or would you rather have $6 in your pocket? Okay, and then let's look at this slide from Friday. This slide, a lot of people were picking D, and that didn't make sense to me. But then I was thinking, oh, they're thinking they're not using place value. This 0 is in the tenths place, and the 6 is in the hundredths place. So this is having 6/100ths of something is a very, very small amount. So you only have 6 out of the $100 that you need to buy your shoes or whatever you're buying. That's $100. Okay? 3/4, this is a benchmark fraction, so you should be able to convert this. You should know this off the top of your head. If you don't, divide. Top in, bottom out, your numerator divided by your denominator. But I know it, and it's 0.75. Half is also a benchmark fraction. 1 divided by 2 is 0.5. Okay, then what I need to do is write my decimal numbers out just in the order that I see them. And then 27.06. And then I'm going to make sure each number has the same amount of digits. So I'm going to add a 0 here and a 0 here. These will be my placeholders. Then what I'm going to do is look at the first column that's in the tenths place. So the first column after the decimal, that's my tenths place, compare it. I'm looking for the largest number because I'm trying to get closest to 28. So 27.75 is my answer. So the correct answer for this problem is C, 27 3/4. Okay, because I'm trying to get closest to 28. This number line is split into tenths, so this would be 27.1, and this is 27.9 right here. Okay, the 27.3 would go in this dot, or this place. 27.5 would go here. 27.75. That is going to go in between 27.7 and 27.8 because it's half. That represents in between 0.7 and 0.8. So 20, right here. And then 27 6/100ths would go close, like rightish around here. Not even, that's probably too far. Like right in here, right in that area. Okay, so use the number line to help you, or you can line up your decimals and compare them using the place value. Okay, and then the last thing I wanted to look at was our weekly wrap up. So on this exit ticket, you had a very similar question, and people were getting this one wrong as well. Again, convert your fractions to decimals. You should know these ones. Half is 0.5, and fifths, use your digits. My middle finger represents 3/5, which is 60% or 0.6. So now I'm going to rewrite my decimal numbers just as I see them. Then I'm going to make sure each number has the same amount of digits. Add my zeros as placeholders where needed. Then I'm going to look at the first column after the decimal. That's my tenths place. And I'm looking, it says which number will be located closest to 49. So I'm looking for the greatest number, and that is 48.5. So that is B as in boy for that one. Okay. My next question. Okay, so this was a drag and drop. It says the absolute value of -6 is 6. Because remember, when you're taking the absolute value of any number, oopsies, that's huge. When you're taking the absolute value of any number, it's always positive. The symbol representing absolute value it's the one with the bars. Most of y'all got that correct. To find the absolute value of a number, count the distance from 0. Okay? And then the last problem I want to look at. So this is about classifying rational numbers. So the phrase I said to remember is really I want. Really, the R stands for rational numbers, I stands for integers, and want is whole numbers. Remember, whole numbers is your smallest group of numbers because these are just positive whole numbers and 0. So an example of a whole number would be 3, 6, and 47. Those are all whole numbers. Okay, then my second largest set is B, so this medium one right here. These are integers, so these are negative whole numbers. So 3, -3, -6, and -47. Those are also, those are integers. But so are the +3, the +6, and the +47. But then when I'm talking about rational numbers have fractions and decimals. So 3/4 is a rational number and 0.65, that is a rational number. It is not an integer and it is not a whole number. These are rational numbers only. Okay, so I need to find the correct list. A represents whole numbers, so I know that F is not going to be a choice. H is not a choice. Okay, so now I have G and J left. B represents integers because that's the middle section. So it's not G. That means the only answer choice left I have is J. Okay. If you need any help, send me a message on Schoology and I'll get back to you as soon as I can.